Welcome to the show. I'm Antisocial. And this is the Antisocial Network.
I want to talk to her, but my face is up against the wall. Yeah, I think she wants to talk to me, but I'm antisociable. Yeah.
This week, I'm talking about how TikTok is racist and how black dancers refusing to choreograph new dances has proven that. Thanks for tuning in! Here's the thing. By now, we all know that social media terms of service are completely discriminatory and are enforced arbitrarily. Black, fat, queer, and disabled creators routinely get censored, shadow banned, and banned entirely by apps for posting identical content as their skinny, white, straight, able-bodied counterparts. We will see fat creators flagged for nudity when they're not showing any more than a thin model would, and disabled creators banned for simply showing their disabled bodies. Social justice and civil rights geared content from black activists is often miscategorized as hate speech and removed erroneously. Queer, gender nonconforming, and people who otherwise don't adhere to the binary are often flagged and banned for showing romantic expressions that are otherwise benign and uninteresting when hetero couples do the same thing. Often creators are victim to targeted attacks by cabals of bigots who mass report pages and posts in attempts to trigger an automatic response from moderators that will get them taken down. But is it the actual apps and terms of service that are racist, or are racist users of the apps merely affecting the algorithm? Let me explain. I'm pretty sure Instagram thinks I'm a black woman. How do I know? Well, my suggested content is like 60% black hair tutorials or ads for black-owned businesses. Why? Well, I did that. It's not random. A couple years ago, a friend gave me a list of black creators to follow, and I took it to heart. Then I started adding all sorts of content creators I hadn't previously followed. Google exists, and we should not expect people to do emotional labor for us by demanding that our only black friends bear the burden of all our anti-racist education. But there are lots of amazing content creators who are voluntarily doing this work, and you should definitely seek them out, and Venmo them for their labor too. Often you might hear a well-intentioned white ally in the middle of some hole-in-the-wall corn-fed state remark, "How can I start the work of anti-racism when there are virtually no people of color where I live?" The fallacy is thinking that you need black friends to be anti-racist. If you're surrounded by ignorant white people, you are in exactly the right place to start doing the work of anti-racism by changing the community you live in. One way to do this is fill your feed with content creators who are different from you. I've been in the roller skating world for almost 2 decades now, and after becoming educated on how white roller skaters have gentrified and popularized the resurgence of roller skating without much credit given to black skaters or the rich culture of skating in the black community, I made a conscious decision to stop sharing white roller skaters' content on my own social media. Likewise, my TikTok follows reflect this same pursuit for diversity and education in my social media use. Even though I myself am a white person who speaks out about anti-racism, if I see another white person who comes across my feed talking about anti-racism, I ask myself, does this person need my follow? Do they need their voice amplified? Are they saying something I could get from a black creator instead? When one of my friends downloaded TikTok for the first time, she lamented to me that her For You page was all teenage girls dancing and grandma videos. You have to be very deliberate about what you like and who you follow, I told her. You have to teach it what you want to see. In addition, I make good use of the not interested options in both my TikTok and Instagram feeds. A while back, I came to the realization that before-after weight loss photos are harmful and perpetuate an idea that thin bodies are more valuable, more healthy, or somehow better than fat bodies. Now, if I see a before-after exercise photo slip into my suggested content, I give it a little slap on the wrist and click that not interested option. In this way, I thought for a while that sure, social media algorithms are racist, but that's only because people are racist, and if we want to change that, we need to uplift, follow, and signal boost marginalized creators. For a long time, I thought that I was very progressive and doing everything I could, but once I made a deliberate choice to follow creators that were black, fat, queer, disabled, or otherwise didn't look like me, it became clear to me how these apps were limiting my content based on what they thought I wanted to see. And what they thought I wanted to see was mostly white, cis, straight, able-bodied people. After a couple years of creating my feed in this way, now I'm on indigenous TikTok and black Instagram. So, when my white friends would complain about their racist social media feeds, I'd wonder, who do you follow? Are you doing enough to support black creators? But then I saw a TikTok that proved I was wrong. I mean, I'm right about the For You page and curating your feed by following and liking diverse content. Keep doing that. But the truth is, the app is in fact coded to be racist. It's literally written into the design. In early July of this year, a black man whose @ is Ziggy Tyler on TikTok posted a screen recording of his experience with the app's marketplace. For reference, TikTok Marketplace is a forum to connect influencers and artists with brands, enabling users to monetize their platforms. Ziggy shows us how when he types in words and phrases like supporting Black Lives Matter, the app flags it and tells him he needs to edit it to remove inappropriate content before continuing. When he types in supporting white supremacy, however, the app does not flag it and allows him to continue. When he types supporting black people, he gets the same warning preventing him from continuing. If he changes it to supporting black voices, same thing happens. Supporting black success? Boom, also banned. Change the verbiage to supporting white people or supporting white voices or supporting white success, however, there's no similar notification. Not only is the app apparently coded to reject anything relating to black content, but it completely bypassed wording that would monetize hate speech, allowing creators to use terms like promoting white supremacy, I am a neo-Nazi, and pro-white, while labeling content that used the term pro-black as inappropriate. This argument that the coding is racist is not a new one. Long before this year's TikTok strike from black dancers who vowed to stop making new dance videos until their work was credited, the app was facing backlash for silencing creators of color. When I began research for this episode, I found pages of articles from reputable sources just using the search, TikTok is racist. During rising tensions over racism and police brutality in America last year, TikTok faced criticism from many black creators who claimed their content was not getting the same exposure as their white counterparts. It was around this time that people were posting black squares on their Instagram feeds, and a blackout on TikTok was staged, encouraging all non-black creators to go silent for a day and instead signal boost content from black creators. According to the app, a technical glitch had made many posts with hashtags like Black Lives Matter and George Floyd to appear as if they were receiving 0 views. While it appeared to many that this was a deliberate move on TikTok's part to silence activists from speaking out on the app, TikTok actually claimed that it was only a display issue and that, on the contrary, this content was being seen and engaged with. In a statement from TikTok titled A Message to Our Black Community, released on June 1st, 2020, the app said, "We want you to know that we hear you." In an attempt to save face and address concerns raised by the TikTok blackout, the statement explained, "We understand that many assumed this bug to be an intentional act to suppress the experiences and invalidate the emotions felt by the black community. And we know we have work to do to regain and repair that trust." The press release went on to state that they were working hard to undo damage and ensure that TikTok is a safe, welcoming, diverse community, and blah blah blah. But before I finish telling you all about racist-ass TikTok, let's cut to break. Attention, leftist lovers! If you're single and ready to mingle, but none of the current dating apps appeal to your revolutionary sensibilities, then Mittens is the perfect app for you. Created by bummed Bernie bros out of work and without a cause, this dating app is unparalleled and teeming with wokeness. Matching you with other environmentally conscious, forward-thinking, and like-minded comrades, Mittens will make your sustainably sourced vegan heart pitter-patter. On Mittens, we prioritize BIPOC profiles and only allow bisexual, queer, gender fluid, trans, and non-binary men. Photos depicting mission trips, white saviorism, big cat petting, and brunch are strictly prohibited. Download Mittens and upload your voting history today to get started. Hello, comrades! If you often get accused of hostile militant behavior when you're just trying to get to work, we may have the answer for you. Soup for Your Family is the perfect solution to ward off fascists, bootlickers, and their sympathizers. If you are constantly harassed and bullied by the state while merely trying to fight for the rights of the proletariat, we see you. Soup for Your Family is a great way to not only feed your family, but it serves as a silent signal to like-minded comrades that you stand with them in the fight against fascism. Whether you're eating it or throwing it in an act of solidarity, Soup for Your Family will never let you down. And welcome back. Before break, I told you about TikTok's statement from last June regarding their racist algorithm. So, TikTok has absolutely faced this scrutiny before. But that was June 2020. It's August 2021. Let's see how they've done, shall we? Despite claims that the app has worked to make their platform more diverse by hiring Black advisors and interviewing Black creators on their experience using the app, many feel not much has changed. As I mentioned, there was a second blackout on TikTok more recently, with Black dancers going silent on their platforms and refusing to choreograph new dances. Many of these viral dance video challenges are created by Black users, only to be copied without credit and go viral when white people do them. And for anyone who doesn't understand the magnitude of this, according to a recent BBC article on the subject, going viral on TikTok has proven to have an impact far beyond popularity. Some TikTok users have made millions in revenue from their videos. For many big creators, influencers, and their followers, new viral dance videos drive a large percentage of their traffic, and as the effects of the recent TikTok strike began to show themselves, it was shocking and embarrassingly hilarious to watch as white creators struggled and failed to come up with their own. Suddenly, bad TikTok dance videos were trending because of how laughable and outright terrible the dances were. No one wanted to learn or duet these new dances unless it was to parody them. If it wasn't already, it became clear very quickly that Black creators were responsible for the success and prevalence of these videos on TikTok. This is not an abstract problem. As described in the before-mentioned BBC article, a white TikToker named Addison Rae appeared on Jimmy Kimmel in March and performed several viral TikTok dances which had been created by Black users. The Black dancers who choreographed these moves were not credited or mentioned. Addison Rae did a recreation of The Renegade, which she had received many views for on TikTok, but had been created by 14-year-old Black TikToker Jelaya Harmon. The dance went viral, with celebrities even recreating it, while Harmon struggled to gain recognition for it. Again, this is problematic because TikTok pays for views. It is not as if these white performers are better dancers or lucked out by having their video go viral one time. The TikTok dance strike proved that these are less talented people who routinely and deliberately steal the content of more talented Black creators and literally reap the benefits in actual money. Referring back to Ziggy's video that helped me see it's not just biased users who make TikTok racist, but the structure of the app itself, it's pretty obvious that despite whatever efforts to diversify content and elevate Black voices on the app that were promised last June in their statement to the public, any real change has been largely absent from the platform. Racist users affecting the algorithm, unfairly enforced terms of service, and a homepage that favors white people is not novel or surprising, but Ziggy's video shows something more nefarious at play. Predictably, TikTok has claimed this was just another glitch, echoing their statements from last year justifying why their app disproportionately elevates white voices and penalizes Black ones. From a Vox article in July, we learned the bullshit spin TikTok put on this recent scandal, stating that it was an error with their hate speech detection systems. You think? Yet again, the app is putting this off as bad coding and just some innocent mistake made by computers or AI or something. But as Ziggy Tyler told Recode of Vox, regardless of what the algorithm is and how it picked up, somebody had to program that algorithm. And that's the crux of it. The coding and algorithms that make TikTok racist are man-made. They've had more than a year since they supposedly addressed this issue publicly and vowed to make changes, and here we are in the same exact situation 13 months later. We could all collectively decide to boycott TikTok permanently and try to transition to other platforms. And for some, that's fine. The dance strike was pretty effective. One of the world's most influential choreographers, Jaquel Knight, who has created iconic dances for Megan Thee Stallion and Beyoncé, is teaming up with Logitech to ensure the copyright for viral dances made by 10 creators of color. This is huge. This means creators like Kira Wilson, who is responsible for the Savage dance craze, and Young Deji, who's behind The Woe, will now own exclusive rights to their choreography. The TikTok dancer strike definitely contributed to this shift, with new opportunities and recognition happening for Black creators. But we shouldn't have to boycott these apps for them to have better standards for hate speech and diversity. While the dance strike led to copyrights for some, for the most part, marginalized voices will still be silenced and lost in the crappy algorithm that apparently, according to TikTok, has a mind of its own and no one is responsible for. It's obscene. They have full control of this, and they're acting like toddlers and pretending they have no idea how anything works. I refuse to believe it's not deliberate at this point. Have they learned nothing from the largest civil rights movement of all time? Many have argued that TikTok is the easiest app to go viral on, and that it's way easier for white people. In fact, I went viral on TikTok during the midst of the George Floyd uprisings last year for posting news footage of a cop being beaten up by protesters in LA. The post has 2.3 million views. Afterward, my follow count shot up and a lot of my BLM content started going semi-viral. Even TikTok told NBC News, to be clear, Black Lives Matter does not violate our policies and currently has over 27 billion views on our platform. In other words, Black Lives Matter content is a fucking cash cow for TikTok. But when they, quote, stood in solidarity with Black creators as they stated in their press release last June, they also made sure we knew that they donated $3 million to Black nonprofits. They didn't mention that that money is tax deductible, however, or the fact that it would have probably better been spent paying the actual Black content creators that use their app. I'm not saying to stop using TikTok, and I don't know that boycotts are fair or always effective for those we're trying to signal boost. TikTok will keep on existing, so we're better off inside the tent pissing out than outside trying to piss in, so to speak. In other words, we're better off trying to use the platform to combat these discriminatory systems than opting out. I'm not telling anyone to cancel TikTok, but to definitely follow, like, listen to, and signal boost Black creators, creators of color, marginalized creators, and anyone who is routinely victimized by racist algorithms in terms of service. And if there is another blackout or strike, support the strike and participate in it. Don't cross that digital picket line. That's my show for this week. I'm Antisocial, and this is the Antisocial Network. If you want even more access to me, Antisocial, follow me on Instagram at the Antisocial Network. To support my content creation dreams and to receive 2 bonus episodes a month, subscribe to my Patreon for only $5 at patreon.com/the Antisocial Network. And for a limited time, new patrons will receive Antisocial Network stickers and a top-secret handmade zine made by me, Antisocial. To send me voice memos or to submit your own funny fake ad that I might use in my podcast, download the Anchor app and find my show there. As always, new episodes are available in the free feed every week. See you next Wednesday. Later.
I think I'm a nice guy, but I'm antisociable, yeah.